Okay, friends, we're back as a spooky boy. It's actually in the morning now. I just continued. I did a bunch of recording on other devices last night. Today we're going to test on the 5070, and this is a Legion Go. Oh, sorry, not a Legion Go. This is a Legion 15-inch. This was the 5060 that I did last night. I'm on the same device, just 5070 below here. Just you see that? It's a 5070. That's what we're recording on today. Just see how it performs up. Maybe I'll put in some comparison stuff here between the two of them. So we're going to start with 1080p here, external recording, just so it's a little smooth. Then I'm actually going to kick out of here. I'm going to look at the actual screen, and we're going to do some, the screen is 1440p, 1600p, and we can see the screen itself. But we'll start with the 1080p. Okay, so here we go. We'll come here. This is, again, native 1080p on normal. We're going to turn it up, of course, but the game's running very well in general. I was able to get it running on the Legion Go with zero effort, Legion Go S, with zero effort, and the Steam Edition. Yeah, it's running quite well, right? Very good. So no problems here. I mean, you could turn on some scaling if you wanted. Get even higher frames. I mean, we can, sure. And come in here and just see what it does for us. Probably wouldn't, but yeah, you might as well try it. DLSS, just honestly, just even quality. We're at 1080p, so it's kind of overkill. Fast GPU, but we're doing okay. 1080p won't be an issue. When we go up to 1440p, 1600p, it should be starting to get there. But you can see you're turning up the settings here. We're getting similar levels of performance, even on higher settings. So we're clearly, we're getting to, you can see the CPU is way up, right? So we're getting to the point where we're hitting CPU bottleneck at 1080p. It's running very well, though. VRAM is getting close to being maxed out system-wide, but we're okay. Now, I don't know how this game will behave, if it's going to kill the FPS or if it's going to detexturize. Oh, he did. Anyways, let's kick out to higher resolution here, because it's going to be not a problem at 1080p. Okay, so we can see here, and now I'm going to talk about some of the other stuff. The VRAM, we're still doing okay for native, high. The GPU power, we can see we're pulling quite a bit of watts here. Now this is a slightly different system configuration than I was testing with the 5060 model, because the 5060 model had a much bigger CPU, 255HX, but obviously slightly weaker GPU. Here we have a much weaker CPU, the AMD 350, significantly weaker than an Intel 255HX, but by the same token, it's a slightly faster GPU. So what happens here, and at this resolution, we're not going to be too CPU bound anyways. So what's going to happen here is the CPU is going to not need quite as many watts, not even be capable in general as pulling as many watts. So for a scenario like this where we're more GPU heavy, we're going to be able to pull those high wattages. And you can see up on the top there, let's pause it. You can see up on the top there, we're pulling, the full wattage of the GPU, which is giving us, good performance. And this is excellent, just native experience here. Very good. Go a little bit further this time. Wrecked. Okay, that killed the frames when that thing came up, which is interesting. We're doing okay. So anyways, the performance is very good. Here you can see, right? Native 1440p, it's just flying. If we're going to use it, go with that much there. Not a huge increase in performance, but again, we're getting to the point of, you know, you're getting to like CPU limitations and stuff here. There we go. The algorithm has kicked in. Now you can see there's a big jump. So you don't need the scaling. You know, you're getting well above 60 without it. But if you want those extra frames, sure, throw it on. We're at 1440p, so I mean, it's still going to look great. There might be a little bit of shimmer, or that just might be literally just the lighting. Let's check that for a sec here. Is that all my bullets? Just vicious. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's running very well, right? Let's check those little shimmers. That might just be literally just how the water is rendered. We'll come back here. I mean, I'm not benchmarking the actual game in terms of like how the DLSS runs. That's more of like a hardware and box thing. Yeah, you do get a little bit of NVIDIA shimmer, that upscaling shimmer. Do you see that? It's gone now. It wasn't terrible, but it was there. I'll be honest. So native, you know, you don't get that weird water shimmer anymore. So now this is past the very first part. I didn't want to benchmark that too much, the first part, because it is very story heavy. And it doesn't run that hard anyways, because you're in an indoor area. But I don't want to spoil anything, so like anything. So we'll just benchmark here for a moment. But anyways, moral of the story is it's going to run incredibly well on this hardware. As I put the controller down.